Hi everyone, this is Nancy Finelli, your roving reporter for St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Welcome to another episode of St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic News. Welcome to our show. I have some special guests tonight. These are volunteers at St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. On my right is James Russo. On my left is Cody Samby. Both of them donate their time volunteering for the clinic, which is held on Friday evenings at St. John's Lutheran Church, 122 Fenimore Road in Mamaroneck. The entrance is on the driveway of St. John's, and registration begins at 6:30 p.m. It's on every Friday night. It's been closed for the summer. We're reopening very soon, so children who need school physicals and vaccinations before they can enter school, the clinic will be there for you to use. Anyone else who needs clinic services, if you're sick, if you need a job physical, if you just need to be seen by a doctor, if it's been many, many years, Dr. Maloney is there every Friday evening after he finishes at the office, and he comes and sees patients totally free of charge. No questions are ever asked. It's totally free. You receive a physical. We do blood testing there. We do EKGs, height, weight, vision, hearing. We do breathing treatments called PFTs. Dr. Maloney gives medications, antibiotics for people who are sick. And if we need to refer you out to other places, we can get you in places that give us a great discount. So please spread the word. Talk to your neighbors and friends. If you know someone who hasn't been to the doctor in many, many years, it's a good opportunity for them to see a doctor. There is no charge whatsoever. We are the only place around that we know of that absolutely charges no charge. As far as we're aware, we are the only place. Most places base it on income, and they give a sliding scale. We are absolutely free. There is never a charge at St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Leave your wallets home. Dr. Maloney is a wonderful doctor. He's well known in the community of Mamaroneck, as well as throughout Lower Westchester, Southern Westchester, the Sound Shore area. Actually, there's a day in December named after him. Many years ago, the county executive named a day in honor of Dr. Kevin Maloney, and it's because of his charitable and generous work. Anyone who's been a patient of Dr. Maloney's knows what a kind, generous person he is. All he cares about is getting you well, making you happy, because it makes him happy to do that. He has a special fondness for children, but adults as well. I'm not going to say that he ignores or denies them. He is just a wonderful, caring physician. Very old school, cares very much about his patients. There's no office filled with computers and people staring at screens. He's taking care and listening to patients and their needs and taking care of them really well. And he does the same at St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. So again, if you know of people who need medical care, if you know somebody who's been very sick and has not had a chance to get to the doctor or has not been able to afford a doctor, which in this day and age, that's a very severe possibility, please send them to St. Rita's Free Clinics. Again, it's Friday evenings, 6:30 p.m. to start registration. It's at St. John's Lutheran Church, 122 Fenimore Road in Mamaroneck. The entrance is in the driveway on the side, and Dr. Maloney sees anybody who shows up. No questions asked. We just ask that you give us your address and telephone number so that if there's anything abnormal with your lab tests, we have a way to contact you. We don't share this information with anyone. It's strictly confidential, as is any doctor's office, but it's truly strictly confidential. You will never get a bill from us. It's totally, totally free of charge. We have a great corps of volunteers, always could use extras. So if anyone is interested in volunteering, please stop by the clinic when it opens on Friday evenings and volunteer your time. We just ask for a little bit of a commitment, not, just a one-shot deal, but if you could give us, your Friday nights for a while, that would be great. It's not a long commitment, a couple hours on a Friday night, and just once a week. So anyone who's interested in volunteering, that's a great opportunity for you to give back to your community. Dr. Maloney began this clinic over 25 years ago. We lost count now, but we know it's over 25. Um, uh, I think it's like 28 now. He's been doing this for quite some time, and it's a super service for the community. Many people who have never been to doctors come. Many people who have been seriously ill and were not able to afford to go to the doctor have been treated and gotten well by Dr. Maloney. And he just loves doing this. It's his way of giving back to the community for the wonderful practice that he has established in Mamaroneck, and he just loves doing it. So make him happy and come, will you? We do love seeing people there, so, it makes it worthwhile for us as volunteers to know that we're serving people who need us, and we do want you to come. So again, I say, if you're sick, if your children need physicals for school, vaccinations, anything, work physical, you've been out of work and are looking for a job and need a physical to get a job, anything you need. If you're sick, please come by. Dr. Maloney will take care of you. And it makes us feel very rewarded that people are coming and that we're taking care of them. So please use the service, and please tell your family, your friends, everyone you know that this exists. It's here to serve you as our community. And we appreciate you watching us, because I can imagine seeing my face in all these years. You must get pretty tired of it, but you do tune in. So thank you very much for watching, and please share the news that St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic and Dr. Kevin Maloney exist, and we want you there. As I'm saying this, I'm appealing to another audience as well, and that is, I've said, the clinic is entirely run by volunteers who donate their time. Nobody gets paid anything. We don't collect any fees. We do have maintenance costs, though, such as medications and supplies and bandages, etc., and secretarial supplies. We could use your donations. It's tax deductible. Please send a check made out to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic, and any amount will help us greatly, to Dr. Maloney's office at 144 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck, 10543. Any amount is helpful. We had a very generous octogenarian many years ago who gave us $5 a month religiously every single month. That's a wonderful donation, and must have been a wonderful feeling for her to be able to do that on her limited income. And if she could do it, I think we all can. So if you can afford to give us a donation, we'd certainly appreciate it. The other fundraising type event we have is Dr. Maloney hosts this magnificent, huge Christmas party for children every single year. Every December, thousands, and I'm not exaggerating, children line up in front of his office to receive gifts for the holidays, for Christmas. These are all brand new toys, and they are all acquired through the goodness of our watching community, through the goodness of his patients, friends, relatives, but mostly through the goodness of the community who give back to him. And these are all brand new toys. He doesn't give the children one little toy each. He gives them a bag full of toys. And when I say a bag, I mean a huge trash bag. The children are so grateful. You wouldn't believe the smiles on their face and how happy they are to receive this. And we have it every December, usually about a week before Christmas, the Friday before Christmas. And people line up in the cold. So I'm being perfectly honest with you that when I tell you one year we had over 3,000 children. It's always over 1,000, always. And we certainly need your help with that and your support. The gifts can be dropped off at Dr. Maloney's office. Again, the address is 144 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck, and they can be dropped off throughout the year. You don't have to wait till December or any time. And I say this with all sincerity. If you're out shopping for your children or a grandchild or a party for one of your kids' friends, and you see something really nice and you say, wow, a needy child would really love that, you're right, they would. They would. Anything you can give, we just appreciate so much. Any way you can help us helps us serve more and more children each year. By some gift of God, every year we manage to have enough for every child who attends. I don't know how we do it, but we always do it. We always give out every single toy, and we always give it to every child who comes. But we do that because people like you help us out. And again, I say, please drop it off any time of the year at Dr. Maloney's office. They are also tax deductible, so keep your receipts. And please make it a new toy. We do give new toys to the children. We, again, appreciate all your help, everything you've done for us throughout the year. I have these two lovely people here because they're going to tell you how they got involved with the clinic as volunteers, how their eyes opened up to be a supporter of this wonderful project, and how they've been inspired by Dr. Maloney to help out in the way they are. Who wants to go first? Scotty?
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. I've been Dr. Maloney's patient for 7 years now, and he's really a wonderful person, like Nancy said. He is really a nice person, always ready to help. And when I first moved here in 2011, that's when I first met Dr. Maloney, and since then I've been coming here for 7 years now, and he's very caring, very helpful. He helps me personally a lot, and I do really appreciate that. So one day when I came here for my checkup, and Nancy asked me if I wanted to volunteer at the clinic, I said yes, why not, right? I decided to become a volunteer. It was last year, I think. And since then I'm volunteering, and I like it. I think it's just a wonderful thing to help other people. It's like giving back to the community of Mamaroneck where we live. We help many people who don't really need care, like doctor care, need to be seen. Sick people we can afford, to go see a doctor and pay money. So they come at the clinic and we take care of them, and they really appreciate that. I think it's really a good thing. Anything?
Okay.
Yes.
And I want to say that Kadi's been a steadfast volunteer. She's there every single week. When we have extra projects to do, Kadi shows up, Kadi helps out. She's just been wonderful to have as a volunteer. She can be relied on, depended on, and we know she'll be there for us, as she is today. Okay, I kind of roped these people into filming with me. You realize and recognize that they're new people, not our usual. Okay, I just thought we'd mix it up a little so you don't have to keep seeing the same faces all the time. And both of these generous people gave their time today and agreed to film with us, which isn't always a pleasant thing. A lot of people don't like to do that. So thank you, Kadi, and thank you for always being there for us. You better start thinking of more to say, though. And James, go ahead.
Hi, my name is James Russo. I've been a patient of Dr. Maloney since I've been a resident here since 2001. I was drawn to the doctor because of his undying, unnerving sense of just a well-being, an acceptance that he has provided for me, my mother, fortunately my two children. He has been instrumental in the progress of our health. He weaned me off so many different ailments, considering I was a smoker. I had a lot of different things coming on into the doctor, and he accepted me with open arms, and he basically said, look, this is a course of action that you need to do. And in order for me to see myself through a lot of the, I guess you want to say, see myself through the woods. What drew me to the doctor most importantly is when I walked into this beautiful facility, is the first thing that they asked me to do is just sign my name. That's all, sign my name. Most times when you go to any doctor or any physician, especially with the receptionist, and I'm sure a lot of people out there will attest to this, that the first thing they're asking for you is not your name, is asking you for your insurance card. And that's something that really I resonated with the doctor, because it wasn't about money. It was about an undying, a certain care that he had that you only capture that in people very, very seldom, especially nowadays times. It's something that's unusually, it's going to some places that you don't appreciate it until you see it. And now as being firsthand, and I visualized this, and I witnessed it, and I understand his care and his concern that he has had for me, my family, and everyone else around him, and the undying, relentless commitment he has provided to the children of this great town. It's only in my best interest to say, look, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of something good. And this is what it is. It is good. It makes me feel great. I see thousands of children come along on Christmas, and Nancy absolutely is 100% correct. These children bear the brunt of the harshest of winters, and they stay in the cold, snow, rain, just for a present. It's you know, and the doctor gives that present. He gives more than that present. He gives everything he can. So for this town to rally behind this great man, when they asked me to provide some whatever little service I can provide, I was without hesitation. I came instantaneously. So my call to the people out there is for funds. Go into your pocket, spend a couple of dollars. We can use the help. Children out there need help. Whether it's, you see this, what's happening in today's times in political, whether you're on the right side, the left side, the middle side, we're on the human side. And that's something that this company, this doctor has produced. It's the human nature, a human aspect of things. And he has dedicated his life, not just time, his life, to helping other people. And that's something that, people got to recognize. I sure do. I hope you do. I hope you can come and be part of our group. I hope you can be a part of our group, whether it's financially, physically, support us, help these children. Because there are lots of people who need help. And like I said it there earlier when I passed this mic, he helps my entire family. First words out of his mouth is, I don't need your insurance card. I just need your name. And how can we help you? And that's the testament to this great man. So, again, I ask anybody out there who hears my voice, and you can see I can get emotional because he has helped my family immensely, from my little son to my eldest mother. Well, my mother. But in any event, I'm going to get back to Nancy.
I have to tell you she said that. I have to tell you said that.
That's true. But anyway, so please come support us Friday evenings, 6:30. Come for registration. Just come on down. We'll help you. We'll do what we can. We'll ask you what ails you, what hurts you, anything that you have any concern, whether it's from stub toe to something even more severe. Please come on down. We're here to help. We appreciate any service that can be provided by the community, any donations that can be supported, that we can help, that you can help with us with, because there are a lot of medical facilities that we can use, a lot of needles and syringes and pads and bandages. And we were actually literally taking scrap paper and pointing it against the wall to see if people could see. Whatever it takes, we're doing what we can to help the people, and hopefully the people in turn will help us. Thank you.
Oh, you're not done by far. Keep thinking. Very eloquent, James. And James is also a relatively new volunteer. As we've said many times before, just something about it. When people volunteer with us, they stick it out for the long haul. Many of our volunteers have been there 20, 25 years. This is new blood coming in, and it's a pleasure to see and a pleasure to have. They're totally 100% dedicated. You ask them anything, you need help with something, boom, they are there. And both of you are like that. And, James has small children, and it's not always easy. Cody has a full-time job. It's not always easy. And here I am. You all know my job, so I'm here too.
And it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. I won't say that because he watches this. It's a pleasure working here. We'll get back to, I just want to get back to the basis of the clinic, and that is we do these films to educate you, the public, that it exists. And it exists for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to make sure that where we live, the people we live with, are well taken care of, especially their health, mainly their health, and that there is this fabulous, wonderful, caring, loving doctor here to make sure that that happens to you. It's his life's goal. It's what he wants, what he does, and he does it out of pure love because he does care about the health and well-being of everyone. Okay? So if you've got a problem, come on over and talk to him. Come to the clinic Friday nights, registration 6:30 p.m. If you're, I'll say it again, St. John's Lutheran Church, 122 Fenimore Road in Mamaroneck, entrance on the driveway, and we'd love to have you there. All of us volunteers are there for one purpose, and that's to help Dr. Maloney in his goal to treat people and make them well. And we're there to help him do that. We really appreciate you watching us. We hope that you are sharing this information to people you think may need it. Certainly there are many people out there. The insurance situation at this point is not to be believed. It's a mess, okay? People's deductibles are through the roof, okay? I don't know how anyone can afford to go to a doctor anymore. The deductibles are through the roof. The copays are through the roof. When I started working here, the average copay was about $5 or $10. Now we're seeing $50, $75 copays. It's ridiculous. Deductibles, $5,000 and $10,000. So we all are aware that this exists and that it's a problem as far as medical care goes. And you have this excellent resource in your own community that you can utilize and be seen and taken care of. And not only that, you got a super doctor who's doing it, okay? James was absolutely right. To be asked your name in this day and age, I call other offices to make appointments for our patients, and the first question is date of birth. Nobody has a name anymore. Nobody is a person. Everything is numbers, numbers, numbers. What's the diagnosis code? What's the procedure code? What's the date of birth? Okay? People have names, and if you communicate to people on a name basis, you're showing a lot more caring than if you didn't. And that's what we're all about. We care about the patients we treat. We care about the people who come to the clinic. And nobody cares more than Dr. Maloney. And he wants you to be well. He wants everyone in this community to be well. And that's anywhere. You don't have to live in Mamaroneck to come here, by the way, if I haven't made that clear. We've had people come from Manhattan, Rockland County, Long Island, everywhere. Okay? So word does spread. But it's not a long wait. It's never a long wait. You're not going to be sitting there the entire night. The average time we're there is, 2 hours maybe? Mm-hmm. Okay? And that's seeing every single patient who shows up. Nobody is ever turned away, ever. Okay? You don't need to produce any source of income. You don't need to show us any proof where you live. We're just ask for an address and a telephone number, as I said, just in case we need to contact you with some lab results or something. And that's all. That's all. And you have a name. You're not a number, okay? You're an actual person who we care about. And that's anybody who comes. Nobody's discriminated against. We have interpreters there who help us with other languages. So please spread the word. Please come to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic and get taken care of. We see it all the time. People come in, I haven't been to a doctor in 10 years. Okay? I haven't been to the doctor in 5 years. However long it's been, you need to go to a doctor. You need to be checked, even if you're feeling 100%. Okay? There could be some hidden thing. You wouldn't know you had high blood pressure. There's no signs or symptoms. You wouldn't know your cholesterol's high. But boom, one day it could be a problem. So please come in and get taken care of. That's what we're here for. And Dr. Maloney just loves doing it. And if you're sick, you can't get to the doctor, your doctor doesn't have an appointment for you the day you're sick, your job won't let you stay out of work without seeing a doctor, you need a note for that. We're there for that too, okay? You'll get treated, you'll get medicine, you'll get taken care of, and you'll get well and be able to go back to work. You need a note for work, we can give you that as well. The big thing, I guess, this time of year and when we reopen from the summer is the school physicals. And we ask that if you come, please just bring the pages of the form for the physical that pertain to the doctor. They usually give you big packets. Some of the papers are pages that the family has to fill out. Some of them are for the dentist, and some of them are just demographic information. Please just bring the couple of pages that the doctor needs to fill out. And we also ask that you bring their vaccination record because we have to know that they're up to date. The schools won't let them in if they're not up to date with the vaccinations. It's a big time of the year for that. I know you were all told back in May or April that you needed your child to have a physical to attend school. It's fast approaching. Summer's waning really very fast, and you have the clinic to come to. With you don't have to worry about, oh, I can't afford to get my kid's physical, or the doctor's not available. They're so booked up because it's school opening time. We're there, and we will do it, and we'll do it right away. Okay, and the child will be able to attend school, won't miss any school. Children, as many as you have. We've had families bring in the entire family. We've had, cousins and siblings, and everyone comes. But if that's what you need, please, that's why we're here. We want you to come and utilize this. And again, I'll say, it's Friday evenings. You need to know this. 6:30 p.m. to register. Registration between 6:30 and 7. 122 St. John's Lutheran Church, 122 Fenimore Road in Mamaroneck. Please come. And I will also say that if you see this and are inspired, drop by and sign up to volunteer. We could always use volunteers. If you have a special skill you'd like to share with us, we could certainly use that. You don't need to be a medical professional to do this. Neither one of us are. None of us is. You don't need to be a medical professional. There's plenty of duties in the clinic that don't require any medical background. So don't let that hold you back. And if you're just looking for a way for your heart to grow and to feel good and know you're giving back your time to help someone else, there's no better place to do it. I will backtrack a little. We have all said what a wonderful person Dr. Maloney is and how we all started out as his patients and got inspired to volunteer at the clinic. My family's been coming here for almost 30 years. My kids are in their 30s now. We started coming here when they were little. And he's been with us through thick and thin, and we've had some thin, let me tell you, and some thick. A little bit of both. And James has told you, he's took care for his whole family, his children, his mother, his stepfather, everyone. And Cody will tell you the same. He's just a guy who wants to be there for everybody, and he is. No questions asked, happy to serve you, happy to take care of you. It's his life. He is truly a vision of an old school physician who, that oath they take, he lives it. Day in and day out, 24/7, 365 days a year. And it's why his practice is so prolific and why people come to the clinic, because he's just a caring, kind person. And if you don't believe us, come and find out, okay? Because he is. He truly, truly is. And it inspires the rest of us who volunteer for him. And we hope we're the same way. I could be known by other names when I'm not such a nice person, when I'm stressed out, but I really do try to take care of everyone and make everyone feel welcomed and healthy and happy when they leave. So please do come. Please spread the word that we are here and we serve a purpose, and that's to take care of you, okay? Or someone you know who needs us. And believe me, there are plenty of people out there who need us. If you see one of your friends or relatives and they're not looking so hot or up to their usual par, maybe you could mention to them, when was the last time you went to the doctor? Have you been seen lately? Maybe you should get a checkup. Dr. Maloney would be happy to do it. Happy, okay? Thrilled, actually. It's his life. He loves it, okay? And, we all know people out there. Some people are really stressed. The jobs are, jobs are jobs, okay? And the stresses of the modern day job is, more than some people can handle, more than most of us can handle. And, you do need a checkup every once in a while. And the children certainly need school physicals. And people do get sick. And people need papers to go to work. We're here for that. And we want to help you. So please let everyone you know that the clinic exists and it's there. And it's free of charge. And no questions are ever asked. And you're known by your name. And there's a doctor who cares and wants to take care and make sure you're well. And let everyone know, and please come utilize the service. That's what we're there for. That's what makes us, do what we do. We want to make sure that everyone is doing well, is well cared for, is healthy. Okay? That's what St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic stands for. And it wouldn't exist if you didn't show up, so please show up. Okay? And I will get back to some minor points and the ones you don't like to hear. And that's, we are a totally volunteer clinic. No one who is there gets paid. Not the doctor, not the volunteers. No one gets paid anything, not a penny. Okay? We do it as volunteers. It's a voluntary service that we all perform. But we do have some expenses. We need paper for the copy machine to copy vaccination records. We need bandages and stuff. When we draw blood, we need gauze pads. We need alcohol pads. We need supplies, okay? And just to put it bluntly, we need your help with that. So, it's a tax-deductible donation. Please make out your checks to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Any amount is fine with us. Anything you can afford is fine with us. And know that goodness in your heart goes a long way to helping out a lot of people in need. It may seem insignificant, just writing a little check, but it isn't. It helps many people in many ways, okay? And we truly appreciate it.
May I chime in?
You may. I just was going to say the checks can be made out to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic and mailed to Dr. Maloney's office at 144 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck. And again, just let me finish, James, I'll give it to you. And again, this huge, magnificent, wonderful, festive, beautiful Christmas party that Dr. Maloney holds every year for the children is only through the goodness of your hearts. We manage to pull it off every year, and every child receives a bag full of toys. Every child without fail. And it's thousands. We're talking 1,000 or more children who receive several gifts. It's thousands of toys that we need. And we need the new toys, and we would love them to be dropped off any time of the year, especially any time of the year. Okay? So we need them, and we appreciate your generosity and everything you've always done for us. Keep it coming, and I'll defer to James.
I think I might have lost my point.
I'm sorry. I was afraid of that, but I was losing mine.
But absolutely, absolutely. Well, I did want to echo one thing that Nancy had mentioned, that he is a throwback kind of doctor. It's an old school doctor. If you recall, people in the community can understand. Remember that doctor would come with those shiny black shoes? I have a fond memory when I was a kid, and you would hear that knock on the door with the gentleman with a cap, with the feather in the hat, come in with that little leather attaché case and with a stethoscope around his neck and say, "How may I help you?" That's here every single Friday at 6:30 for you for free. Come in. Come join us. Let us help you. Let us be a part of your life as well as the doctor's been a part of my life, personally. It's been an unbelievable experience. Whether I donated my time, what little time I donated, it carries me forward every day, every week. I start looking forward to Fridays because I want to help people. Because what I see, what I'm a part of, it's so attractive. It's an amazing experience to deal with somebody or be a part of something so great that resonates beyond me, resonates beyond all of us. So if you'd like to volunteer, please be a part of it. If you'd like to help us financially, we can use it. We absolutely can use it. We help a lot of children. And one of the most important factors about when we do ask this aspect of this part of the, I guess you want to say business, which we don't like calling it a business, which most institutions are now businesses, as we touched on earlier. You have instant gratification. You making a $5, $10, $100, $5,000, whatever it is, whatever you can afford, whatever you can spare, you donate that to here, you know it's going directly to the community, right to the individual at your front door. So what a better way to donate your time, your money, whatever it is, than to donate it to St. Rita's. Help this great man, help this great place, a Stapleton of this town, an undying commitment that's presented before you each and every day, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. His door is always open. Friday evenings, he spends time over, obviously comes over to the clinic. How many doctors do you know run a free clinic? an absolute free clinic. How many doctors do you know spend their time donating toys to their children throughout all communities? So, like I had mentioned earlier, this is not a political, it's not left side, right side, middle side, the human side. Come to us, help us. That's what I have to say. And cheers to one of the people that inspire me. Thank you, doctor.
Again, so yeah, I'm just gonna let you know, like, no money, no insurance, don't worry about it. You are still welcome. You can still come see us, and we'll take care of you free of charge. You don't have to worry about the money. We're here to help. Again, the free clinic will be opening in September.
Very soon.
September, and it's going to be every Friday at 6 p.m. We call all of you who need medical care to come see us. We want all the neighboring communities who need this to come see us, and we're ready to help. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're not finished, guys. I'm sorry. You better be thinking harder. They get sick of my voice every week, you know? Aren't you sick of me? Don't you want to hear new blood? Come on. Honestly and truthfully, I do find it hard to make these films, and it's not my personality to speak out like this. I'm not, I am a little camera shy, but I do it because it's such a wonderful, worthwhile cause. And I have to overcome my fear of it. And you think after 15 years or so of doing it, I would have. But it's still very difficult each time we have to film. And we film not to sit here and be silly because, well, we try to because we hope we're entertaining you. But I do it because I want people to know that this service exists and that you got to come and use it. We do ask for money. We do ask for donations of toys. We do ask you to come volunteer. But the fundamental point of the whole thing is that we want you to come to the clinic and get taken care of and get well and get your physicals and get your vaccinations and come and use the clinics. That's what we're there for. That's why we do this whole thing, because we want the community to know that this service exists. We're not going to ask you your income. We're not going to ask you for insurance. We're not going to ask you for money. We're not going to ask you anything except the basic demographic information, name, date of birth, telephone number, address. Period. That's it. Nothing else. And we're not going to use that information in any way whatsoever except that if we need to contact you for some reason. Okay? And not for a bill. We're not going to be hounding you. There is no bill. St. Rita's free medical clinic. That's what it is. Totally, 100% free, totally staffed by volunteers, including the great Dr. Maloney himself. Okay? Everybody there is a volunteer. No one gets paid. They do it because they want to do it. We all do it because we want to do it. We want to make sure that everyone who needs such a service as health care, which is the entire world, gets it, and gets it before they need it, before it's at a critical stage. Okay? So we want you to tell everyone you know. Like I said before, ask your friends and relatives, you okay? Have you seen the doctor lately? I know of a great place you could go. It's not going to cost you a penny. Take a little bit of your time on a Friday night. And I mean a little bit of time. Dr. Maloney's super swift. Everybody loves that about him. And in that short period of time, he will get to know you 100%, take care of your well-being. That's what he's there for. That's what he does with his clinic. That's what he inspires all of us to do. And we are truly grateful. We're grateful and fortunate to have such a wonderful doctor for ourselves, and to one who shares of himself with his community where he practices, that he has the heart and the mind to do that, to say, I want to give back to this community. I want everyone to be well. Not just the people who walk in my office, everyone, okay? And that's a lot of people, We all know what, like I said before, the state of insurance now. Lots of companies aren't offering insurance to their employees anymore. And, a lot of people need health care. So please make sure you share this information. Let everyone you know that there's a clinic free on Friday nights at St. John's Lutheran Church, that they need to be there 6:30 to 7 to register. The doctor will see every single patient who comes. No questions asked as far as finances. insurance or anything else. If they have insurance and we don't know it, oh well, okay? If they have a primary care physician who can't see them for 2 months, fine. Dr. Maloney will take care of them. No questions asked, okay? We all know the state of insurance these days. You have to have a primary care physician. If that physician can't see you, you can't go to somebody else, okay? The urgent care places are expensive. This is free. Please come. Please tell everyone you know who needs it to come, okay? Please make our jobs worthwhile. That's what we're there for. We don't want to come to an empty clinic. We want to come to people who need us to take care of them. That's what we're there for. I just wanted to backtrack a little bit about the children and the toys at the Christmas party because it's an inspiration. If you have the opportunity, you can go on YouTube and see the LMC-TV previous Christmas parties that we've had. And I say it's worthwhile just to get a grasp of the number of children who attend and also realize that these are the really, truly neediest children in our local communities. Many, many, many of the children who attend this Christmas party have no other Christmas. That's it. They come for this party. That's the toys they get for Christmas, okay? The families are poor. The families cannot afford a Christmas present for the children, and this is what they get. And the joy and the elation and the gratitude on these faces is another reason we do this, okay? It is a super spectacular event. I invite you to look on LMC-TV, on the YouTube films, the prior history films, and you'll see, go back years and years, they're all there. You won't believe how many children attend and what we do for these children, okay? Each and every one of them is so grateful. They smile and hug Dr. Maloney and, thank him millions of times, okay? He hears it all night long, and they're so happy and grateful. And nothing is more rewarding. That's what Christmas is all about, giving, okay? That's what we do. That's why we're here. And we do it for children. The children are the ones who are the recipients of this. And I really invite you to go look at some of that. And if you're not inspired to pop in with a toy one of these days, I don't know what will inspire you. But I also say, this is what got me started. You haven't been, your kids may be grown, you don't have any grandchildren yet, you're in that in-between stage, and you haven't bought a toy in years. All of a sudden you're out shopping, and you see something, you go, wow, I had that when I was a kid. There's a lot of that around. I still got Mr. Potato Head. He's been around, 60 years, 70 years or something, okay? Etch-a-Sketch, I mean, sure, there's zillions of computer games and all that stuff, but cell phones 2 and 3-year-olds are using cell phones and playing games. But you know what? Real toys with imagination and discovery. That's what it's all about. And, you're out shopping one day and say, wow, I played with that when I was a kid. You know what? Pick it up for it. Drop it off. Give somebody else that joy you had when you were a child. Okay? I can remember several of the toys I played with when I was a kid. And I have donated them to the Christmas party. Okay? And I can just imagine the joy that these kids have from it. Sure, there's all newfangled things and all new, all the fads are there and kids love that too. But, there's nothing like a good old-fashioned toy. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, checkers and chess and backgammon and mahjong and Chinese checkers still exist for a reason, okay? And thinking and playing and discovering, and they're all wonderful things. So, if you're out shopping, fine. If you're homebound, we understand that too. There's Amazon. There's the shopping channel. If you're, surfing one day on one of those and you see a great toy, please pick it up for us. Nothing could make a child happier than to get that new toy when they know that their family, everyone believes in Santa Claus at some point, okay? And, what would happen in your house if Santa Claus didn't make an appearance one year? This happens to a lot of these children. Okay, this is their Christmas. Okay, we have the Christmas tree. We have lots of Christmas trees decorating the office. We have the windows open and the office decorated as if it were a boutique on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. The lights are on, the music is blaring, the Christmas trees are all lit. We have Santas in the window waving to the children. This is it. A lot of times, it's the only Christmas these kids have. You know, we're here for them, and we would hope that you would want to be a part of that and help us out any way you can. So think about that. Do what you can to spread the word that St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic exists, that we want you to come, we want you to be healthy, we want to take care of you. Nothing would make Dr. Maloney happier than to show up at the clinic after his office hours on Friday night and see a clinic full of people waiting to see him. And he has no qualms about seeing every single patient, okay? Every single patient who shows up, he's there for them and wants them to be well and takes care of them. We have no qualms about you coming. No questions asked, totally free. And again, if you have it in your heart and you have it in your wallet, please make a donation anytime you can. It's always appreciated. We're always forever grateful to you, and it is tax deductible. And back to the toys, because that's a big one. We need thousands every single year. Thousands. Thousands. I'm going to keep saying it. We're not one of these little holiday parties that an organization throws where 20 or 50 kids show up. We get thousands of kids who get several toys each, okay? So if you can fathom that, and if you can't, like I said, go on YouTube and look at the old films, and you'll see what I'm talking about. These kids are so appreciative and so grateful, and it's just a wonderful feeling to be a part of it, and to be a part of it by donating a toy. We're not asking you for 20, 30, 50 toys, okay? One toy from anybody who hears this, that'll help us out immensely, okay? We do know that some of you are part of organizations, Columbiates, Knights of Columbus, Ladies of Charity, whatever your church or school organization is. Maybe your business has something. If you're part of a group and organization, maybe you could have a little toy drive to help us out. Great. If not, one toy from everybody listening will help us more than you could believe. And, you know, it's people like you who keep us going, who make it possible year in and year out. I know we don't have this huge audience. We're not up for any Academy Award or anything. What is it? Emmys. Emmys. We're not up for now. I'm sorry. We're not up for an Emmy. We should get an Emmy for this just to sit here and do it. We'll have to call somebody. But, yeah, we're not up for any Emmy Awards. So, you know, we're doing this just to educate the public. And we hope we educated you a little bit. We hope you enjoyed watching us. We hope you can reach in your pockets and find a toy for a child. We hope you can come volunteer. But more importantly than that, we hope that you spread the word and let the public know. People who don't know, you know, there are people who don't know that this exists. We are the only free medical clinic around that we are aware of, okay? We have never heard of a totally free medical clinic anywhere, okay? And, you know, people can't believe it when they come. Nothing. We don't want your money. We don't want anything. We want to take care of you, okay? We want to call you by name. We want you to get well. We want to take care of you. So please, find it in your heart as a way to support us also is to let people know that we're here and that they should come and get taken care of. That health is the most important thing in your life. You don't have health, you have nothing. Okay? And Dr. Maloney wants to be sure that every single person in this community is healthy. Okay? He wants that. He loves that. He cares. Callie, you got more to say? Come on.
Well, I'm just calling everybody again. I want everybody to be aware of what we're doing over here. We're doing good things, and it's just for you. So please come see us every Friday starting
6:30.
At 6:30 in September. So we're here for you. Come, see the doctor. He wants to take care of you. He's happy to do that. We're all happy to do this. We volunteers, We're happy to help. That's all we're here for. So don't hesitate. You don't have money or you don't have insurance, just come see us and we'll take care of you. It's a good thing.
It is. You really is?
Yeah.
You're back.
I'm back. Hello, everyone. Well, let me touch on that. The Christmas party is it's a community effort. It's not. I mean, obviously the doctor came put himself forward. Obviously, you could see the love and the compassion that this man has engineered from inside himself to generate to all his community, all the people that he knows. It's just like I had mentioned to you 100 times before. It resonates. It draws you in. It attracts me. I'm here. That's what made me to be part of this team. But I guess that spilled over to the town as well. So in certain times in life, you start seeing a little goodness in a life that can be quite challenging, especially challenging for the unfortunate, for people who don't have the income. Nancy was mentioned to you. These are impoverished children, really, really put to a point of destitute. They have no money, have nothing, and then what package they get, their eyes light up like it's the 4th of July 6 times over. To get 1 toy, 2 toys, to see 6 toys there, 7, 8 in a bag. It's an overwhelming experience when you're outside looking in. And like I had mentioned to you earlier about the community getting together, you see the fire trucks, you see the police department, everybody, you see the street. Boston Post Road is practically closed down. Thousands upon thousands of children. This is a throwback town with a throwback doctor of yesteryear. This is a community that cares. That's why he had put himself front and center to give back to you, people. There's a throwback toy store here. I'm sure you can go in there and anytime you like. It's called the Toy Box. They have beautiful toys, throwback toys. This is like I said, mentioned to you earlier. It's a community base. Come here, help the children. Let us help the children. Sponsor, volunteer. You're sick, come. It's like literally, Dr. Maloney. We mentioned some other big kind of big box corporations like Amazon and stuff of that nature. But like I had said, we have Toy Box. Dr. Maloney sustained and survived Toys R Us. Toys R Us is not even here any longer. But you know what? Dr. Rita's is. Dr. Rita's Christmas party is. And thousands upon thousands of children wake up each and every day thinking of it's going to be December 25th. Come here. They see it. You'll see it. Experience it. Nancy mentioned it to you earlier. Go to YouTube. Look at it. It is quite an experience. So from us to you, welcome. All we want to know is your name. Come on down Friday, 6:30. If anything ails you, it could be anything. Preventative care, Nancy had mentioned earlier, is the most important thing. You hear it all day now. Preventative. Whether it's this, if you catch it early enough, the chances of you sustaining and having quality of life is that much greater. Believe me, I attest to that. I'm a patient of the doctor. I stand here before you because of the doctor. So please come. Like I had mentioned, come, sponsor, volunteer, come as you're sick, whatever. All we want is your name, and let us do the rest.
Good job, both of you, my newbies. I'm just going to recap briefly for you. I know you've heard it 1,000 times. You've heard me say it probably 1,000 times over the years. I've been doing it so long. St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Dr. Kevin Maloney, director, founder, has been doing it for, we don't even know anymore, 100 years. Okay?
I'll let him hear you that.
Okay, well, it's a long time. It's over 25. We all know that. He's been doing it forever. And each year, I see it in him. He grows and grows with each passing year. The kindness and the love in his heart that he cares for the patients, it's overwhelming. Really would like you to come. Really would like you to experience taking care of yourself. A lot of us always say, oh, I got kids, I got this, I got that, I got a job. You never take care of yourself, okay? And that's number one priority in life, okay? Your health is the most important thing you have. Dr. Kevin Maloney is there to do it for you on Friday nights at St. John's Lutheran Church, 122 Fenimore Road in Mamaroneck. Registration from 6:30 to 7. No questions asked. We don't know if you have insurance. We don't care if you have insurance. You have a name and you're sick and you need help. That's what we're there for. We ask that you come. We ask that you reach out to people you know who need health care. Tell them to come. Tell them to see Dr. Maloney. We also ask that you help us out and support us in any way you can, whether it be a monetary donation, which is tax deductible, And again, I'll tell you, please make the checks payable to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic in care of Dr. Maloney's office at 144 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck, 10543. And the huge event of the year is the Christmas party. We've all talked about how the joy of volunteering and giving is overwhelming for us, but the real joy is seeing the children's faces light up and the appreciation and love they feel for getting these wonderful toys at Christmas time.
I almost forgot.
Yeah.
We have to tell we have to tell our audience that if you do supply a toy of some sort, anything that would go along well for a small child, please don't wrap it. It's not necessary. Just buy the toy. Bring it here. We'll take care of it. We're not asking you to do anything more than just supply the ingredients or the foundation to a beautiful Christmas for a young child. Thank you again. Thank you as much as I can say thank you. Nancy will say thank you. Doctor certainly will say thank you. Thanks again.
So eloquent, James. So eloquent. I did want to say, because James alluded to it, and I always do on every episode, thank the community who helps us with the Christmas party. And that includes the police department, who come on their own free time. These are not officers assigned to be here. These are people who have also appreciated Dr. Maloney throughout the years and come and volunteer their time to help with crowd control, to help regulate traffic, to make sure no one runs out in the street and gets injured or hurt or killed even. The fire department that shows up with the trucks and blares the sirens for the kids and delights them. The DPW, who also helps with cones and so forth and guiding the traffic down the street. And all the wonderful schools and organizations who have donated to us in the past and hopefully the future. And I know when I start mentioning them, I feel horribly guilty because 5 minutes later, I'll remember somebody I left out. But a few, I don't even want to because I will forget somebody majorly important, and I don't want to do that. You know who you are. You know what organizations have donated to us. Sometimes people come in here right before the party, 30, 40 bags of toys for children. Their organization had a toy drive. You know, it's a great thing. So if you have some sort of organization, if you have some kind of share plan at your company, maybe you can talk them into that. That's a great way to give back to the community. Or certainly if you work in Mamaroneck, that's even a greater incentive. But I don't want to leave anybody out. I just want to say, for everything you've ever done for us throughout the years, we thank you from the bottoms of our hearts. We appreciate everything you all have ever done for us. Please continue. And again, St. Rita's is here for you, for your health. Please show up on Friday nights. Please keep it coming. And watch us if you can stand it. So as Nancy Finelli, the roving reporter for St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic, once again I say good night, have a pleasant one, God bless, and thank you for all your support.
Thank you.
Good night. James?
Good night. Oh, I have to say more.
No, you don't have to say more.
How can
Okay.
I can't pass that. I'm going to leave that well enough alone. The roving reporter, live from from Dr. Maloney's office. If we could circle around, you could check us out. It's what is it, about 90? How many degrees outside? And no air conditioning. But you know what? We need that support. So anyhow, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. And most importantly, it's our pleasure to be of any service to you. And thank the good doctor for starting this. He's a stapleton of this town. Please, town, rally behind him. Rally behind his ideas, his goals, as you already have done and you already shown to us and shown to the doctor. Give him the strength to continue moving forward in a positive light, because today's society, I tell you, it becomes it's a pressing matter. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and people who do good should be applauded, and I tip my hat. Thank you.
So thank you all. Thank you everybody for watching, and we hope to see you soon at the free clinic. We hope you like our show again. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Thank you.
And if you know anybody who gives the Emmys, here we are. Once again, good night. Have a good one.